Yeah.
Hello everybody, welcome to J.H.B. Let's Talk. I'm your host J.H.B. and today guys we have a very special episode here today. You guys have probably heard this guy before. He has been a part of BGE. I don't know where his current status is on that. He's been on my channel, I believe, a couple of times. So ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let me introduce to our today's guest for Let's Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dustin. Dustin, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for stopping by. So today, guys, our very first thing we're going to get into with our Let's Talk here today, we're going to get into some WWE stuff. Well, basically, wrestling news. So for Crown, we're going to go to Crown Jewel 2019 results. So I'm going to read off the matches and we're going to talk about them. So, sorry about that, guys. I just ate a little second ago. So, all right. So our very first match on the kickoff show, 20-man battle royal for #1 contendership for the U.S. Championship. Humberto Carrillo. I just can't say it. Carrillo. Humberto Carrillo. There we go. He won the battle royal last night. At Crown Jewel. I think it was a really good big step to prove that he can hang in there with those guys. I mean, he was banged up and all that, but he managed to fight through, and he earned the #1 contendership for the U.S. Championship. So, Bustin, what are your thoughts on Humberto Carrillo's victory?
Honestly, I think he needed to win to be able to face AJ Styles for the United States Championship.
Absolutely, well said. So here we go, our next matchup, 24/7 Championship. R-Truth defeated Sunir Sin in somewhere in the arena, and all that. Oh, actually, I think it was during the Battle Royal. Actually, when he got eliminated, he then pinned Sunir Sin to win the 24/7 Championship. So your thoughts on that?
I didn't see that far, but I know R-Truth is a 21-time, 24/7 champion.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely incredible. I mean, obviously, it's a 24/7 title. I mean, it's kind of probably it's probably obvious. You could probably do something like that. But just the fact, I mean, with the 24/7 championship, the only thing I don't like is that the fact it's basically during a match that the rules are suspended until the match is over, which I don't like. I don't necessarily agree with it, unless if it's in a battle royal, once you get eliminated, or whenever the champ's eliminated, those rules are off. But I think WWE should at least change those rules, in my honest opinion. So anyway, next matchup, the WWE Championship, Brock Lesnar, the champion, against Cain Velasquez. Brock Lesnar defeating Cain Velasquez and finally got, after 9 years, the revenge that he was looking for after a first round knockout in the scar that we know to Brock Lesnar's face. But this time Brock Lesnar was more successful this time in a match that only lasted about 2 minutes. Brock Lesnar, Kimura Lock submitted Cain Velasquez. Dustin, your thoughts on Brock Lesnar winning?
I mean, Brock had a title reign for the Universal Championship. He held that for
which is
don't know how long.
Yeah, mostly sitting at his house.
But let's not talk about that now, since he's not the Universal Champion.
And can I once again say the fact that Brock Lesnar and Kofi Kingston match was basically so overhyped. Like,
just 10 seconds.
Just my opinion, not criticizing WWE, but just I feel if you're gonna at least have a rematch and then make it a little better next time, please.
Yes.
That's just my opinion. All right, so our next matchup. Well, okay, Mysterio calls out Lesnar. Okay. All right, so the tag team World Cup. We have the OC defeating all the teams in this tournament. So what are your thoughts, Dustin, on the OC defeating all the WWE tag teams that were in this tournament?
People, every WWE fan talks about the OC. They say that they are
the only
club members.
The club that matters. The club that matters.
Tag team that has ever been in the
WWE. Well, I don't know if I would agree with that, because there is a lot of tag teams that have made history. The Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, the LOD, Legend.
Legion of Doom.
Yes. Also.
AOP.
Yes, AOP. Well, Authors of Pain.
Yeah.
They've only been Raw Tag Team Champions one time.
But we haven't seen them.
Yeah, but they're getting ready to come back. I know they're getting ready to come back. Our Authors of Pain, I'm not sure about yet. What about I don't know about the Mega Powers. I don't know if they've ever held the tag team titles. The Brothers of Destruction, DX,
Yes.
the NWO. Well, maybe in WWE, but WCW they're a lot better. But also, I just don't know if I put the OC yet at the top at the list. I mean, Gallows and Anderson are only 2-time Raw Tag Team Champions. AJ Styles, longest reigning WWE champion of this era, being CM Punk's reign of 434 days. So there's no doubt that they have made history, but as a group, with only them being together for a short time, I don't think I'd put them up there in the top. Well, they're somewhat getting there, but they're just not in that legend status. But anyway, so our next matchup here, we have Alright, we have Mansoor against Cesaro. Mansoor in his hometown in Saudi Arabia, in front of his family and friends, defeating Cesaro. So, Dustin, your thoughts on Mansoor's victory?
Honestly, since it was in his hometown, he had to win.
Absolutely. I think it was a great thing for Mansoor. I think WWE is putting some good faith on him. I think he can prove that in Saudi, that when he comes from probably a pretty interesting place. No disrespect and all that, but I think it will be really good to see where he goes with WWE. I don't know if he'll go to NXT yet, or who knows what the future holds for Mansoor. But I think he still has some more work to do. But I think as long as he keeps working hard and he just works hard on his character, he works on his in-ring skills and all that, I think Mansoor will be someday on the main roster in WWE someday.
Yep.
So our next match, the Gypsy God, or if that's
Gypsy King.
Gypsy King, sorry. The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury against Braun Strowman. Tyson Fury knocking out Braun Strowman, defeating him by count out. So, Dustin, your thoughts on Tyson Fury's victory?
During the match between Braun Strowman and Dolph Ziggler, Strowman was picking a fight he did not need to start with the Gypsy King.
Absolutely. So I believe also just the fact that, in my opinion, Braun Strowman, WWE has no faith in him, I believe. Because every time that he either gets in a rigged main event status, they basically, I don't know what it's just missing. I mean, maybe, I don't know if it's just the crowd or it's just the intensity, or I don't know what's missing. I feel like Braun Strowman has everything at least to be a champion in singles competition, but I don't know if there's something that's missing, or at this fact we just don't know. But hopefully at some point WWE will finally put their faith and have Braun Strowman finally be a singles champion, because believe me, as much as I know, and outside the ring he likes to have fun, but he is all business and he trains really hard. And I feel like he can be a singles champion at some point. So next matchup here, we have another 24/7 championship title change. Samir Sin and the Bollywood Brothers win the championship back from R-Truth, pinning R-Truth in the backstage area. Justin, your thoughts?
After I saw the video of when R-Truth was trying to leave,
he's like, "See ya, pow!"
He just did something stupid and
I'm telling you guys, R-Truth, one of the most underrated talent in WWE history, in my opinion. The guy is a great. He can just make you laugh. His character is basically he can make you laugh, and it's absolutely incredible. And despite the fact he's in his 50s, doing splits in the ring still full time, well, supposedly, it's just remarkable.
That's amazing.
And he looks so young almost, but I guess when you get up closer, like, wow, I guess he is older than he looks. But all right. Well, anyway, our next matchup for the U.S. Championship, AJ Styles, the champion, going against the winner of the Battle Royal, Humberto Carrillo.
It's okay.
Carrillo.
Carrillo.
Humberto Carrillo. There we go. So, AJ Styles defeating Humberto Carrillo. So, Justin, your thoughts on AJ Styles? Do you think it was the right thing for WWE to have AJ Styles still remain the U.S. champ?
I mean, technically, he's working his butt off to become champion. So I don't think...
Humberto Carrillo's only been on the main roster for a little time now, so I think he's still got a little time to prove himself to the management and creative team that he can be up there and everybody's believing in him.
Mm-hmm. He's got to work hard, fight until he gets to the top to where he can be champion status.
Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is also very historic. The first ever time a women's match in Saudi Arabia, Natalya versus Lacey Evans. And can I just say for the record, I am so proud of the women's evolution in WWE. It's just absolutely incredible what the women are doing there. It's just the fact that women are taking over sports, man. They're making history. And also, I just heard on NXT, they're going to have the first ever War Games match at TakeOver for NXT. It's absolutely, well, for the regular NXT, not for NXT UK. But in general, this is just absolutely amazing. The fact that the match basically was also nice, but it's just the moment afterwards when Talia and Lacey Evans embraced each other and just hugged. I mean, believe me, it's kind of hard to be in character for that, man, when you realize this is like going to be remembered forever. And it's absolutely incredible for those women in Saudi Arabia that know that there is hope and that they can do anything that they want if they put their minds to it and work hard and never give up. I mean, who knows? Maybe there'll be some more matches there. I mean, the only time will tell. But I only hope for the best for the people in Saudi Arabia, and also for the women, that they know that the little girls can do anything they want as long as they can do anything they put their mind to. And I hope only for the best. As we're heading in, I believe, to our... Oh, right. We got another match here. We got Team Hogan, brother, against... Woo! Team Flair. So, Team Hogan getting the victory over Team Flair. Justin, your thoughts on Team Hogan's victory?
I'm just saying this in general. Team Hogan had to stop Team Flair from getting the victory.
What do you think probably is really the main reason why Team Hogan won?
That all their hard work.
They got, I guess, a little bit more talent.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's kind of hard to see. I think it's also a good move for Team Hogan to win. They don't have a lot of experience on that team. Excuse me, but in general, I think it's a great win for Team Hogan, and I think at the end of the day, Hulk Hogan is one of the biggest wrestling stars ever, but Ric Flair is GOAT. And maybe supposedly God of wrestling, maybe, I don't know. But that it's definitely not arguable. Ric Flair has proven that time and time. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our main event of the evening, Universal Championship Falls Count Anywhere match, The Fiend Bray Wyatt against Seth Rollins. And ladies and gentlemen, can I just say I did not think Bray Wyatt was actually going to win. Despite the fact that he's on SmackDown, and actually SmackDown is currently, well, for our time, is actually on right now. The fact that Bray Wyatt was somehow able to pull that off is absolutely incredible. The fact he kept getting up and up and up is absolutely remarkable. I could just say this, who the frick can stop Bray Wyatt, the Fiend?
Who knows? Honestly.
If he can get up from an electrical explosion... I mean, it reminds me of Kane when he went through some tables and all that, but down something where they're exploding.
Huh.
Who freaking knows, man? I mean, who knows? I mean, if Bray Wyatt currently does not, because here's the thing, he's on SmackDown. Currently, right now, Raw does not have a world champion, because Bray Wyatt's not a part of Raw, which is kind of messed up. Because in my opinion, this match should have not even maybe happened, because the draft is done.
Exactly.
Everybody has to stay where they're at. I guess obviously, because this match was almost made last minute, because Seth Rollins was originally supposed to be the team captain for Team Hogan, but then plans last minute changed.
Can I say something right quick? What he did several weeks ago, when Seth went to the Firefly Funhouse.
And burned it down.
Burned it down. He had to do it just to get him to get the Fiend.
Well, just Bray Wyatt's normal gut thing.
Bray's normal, happy self.
And then his alter ego.
And his alter ego just happens to try to end up feeding his title reign.
Right. But I think it's also because Bray Wyatt is one of the most underrated talent, and I believe as well. He works very hard on the mic. I think he's a really great talent. I think he has proven over a long period of time. Because believe me, from Heskey Harris to being the Wyatt family, I mean, Bray Wyatt has really paid his dues to be where he is now. Former WWE champion, and I don't think a lot knows this, but he's one of the only few men in this business ever hold both the WWE championship and Universal title. The very first one was, well, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Goldberg, and now Bray Wyatt.
Well, think about it. The very first time Universal title,
Finn Balor, but he's not a WWE champion. He was not a formal WWE champion, not yet at least. But also Finn Balor, coming back to NXT because he thinks it's more better because he'll be able to get more tested.
Yeah.
Because obviously, no offense, not trying to be mean, but NXT is better than WWE, obviously. Because the competition's a lot more better. They're willing to take more bumps, at least. Wrestling matches are a lot more, at least a little bit better. So, all right. But ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for 2019 Crown Jewel results. We're going to get into some WWE NXT results for AEW results, television ratings. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back right after this. Alright guys, so we're going to get into our last subject here today for AEW versus NXT. AEW, I heard, won the ratings war again this week. AEW, I feel like, has more competition than NXT. I mean, NXT is not bad, in my opinion, but they just got to step up their game a lot more to be able to get on AEW's competitive streak. AEW also, Cody will be having a shot at Chris Jericho's AEW World Championship. This past Wednesday night, also Kazarian and Hawk of the MCU won the first ever AEW World Tag Team titles. Rio, the current AEW World Women's Champion. And basically, that's about it. And also, Chris Jericho's Inner Circle attacked Cody's brother, Dustin. So I think AEW's got some really good stuff going on. In my opinion, just for the World Championship match for the men, Cody all the way. So anyway, guys, Cody, Dustin, do you have any last-minute comments?
Not that I know.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Dustin, so much thank you once again for being here. It's absolutely a pleasure of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for Let's Talk here today. Make sure you like, comment down below, and subscribe, and make sure you press all in the bell so you'll be able to get all notifications here on my channel. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Have a great night. See you later.